Great. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming. My name is Michael Gavin. I'm with NEA Member Benefits. As I always say, if you, Colleen, I'm sure has heard this, and Linda, I'm like the uncle who comes in with the sugary candy and the loud toys, the fun stuff. Um, I'm here at your invitation, and I want you to be aware there's a lot of great benefits that you're eligible for if you maintain your membership through retirement. And I'm going to go through a lot of things here. Please feel free to ask any questions, and let's begin. Now, I joke that I'm like the uncle with the sugary candy and the loud toys and things of that nature, but Member Benefits mission is to make members' lives better. That's our mission, and we want to add value to membership. What's great is none of your dues goes to any of these member benefits programs. In fact, the NEA Trust pays for quite a bit of the programs, but also a lot of the business partners actually pay or give reduced rates to us at no charge for our members to use. So if anyone asks, is like, well, why should I join and why should I use member benefits? My retired dues dollars goes to it. That's actually not true. And as a matter of fact, there's a chart if you're going to the RA every year, the national convention, which is in Philadelphia this year. There usually shows about an average of $2 off your NEA and active membership dues dollars a year. And it's something for the retirees. I forget off the top of my head, but let's get started. I put in the comments this website where if you've ever been to the NEA member benefits website, it can be kind of overwhelming in its disorganization. Uh, so if you go to neamb.com/start, that kind of like organizes it a little bit better for you for the most popular programs used. I also put a QR code up here because I strongly suggest to people, if you have your phone, you have the capability, is to hit the QR code and save it on your phone. That way, when you're walking around or you're going to movies or the mall or grocery shopping, it's right in front of you to remember, hey, wait a minute, I might be able to get a discount at this place. So I'll just give a moment for people if you have your camera. If not, this is recorded, so it should be on the recording as well. Uh, but I like to do that just because most people say, I hear a lot of times people say like, oh, I just bought that, or oh, I just went to the movies, or I went vacation, I forgot to use this. So it's very helpful to have we're all addicted to these things. So these phones, so they're always around us. So I thought it might be good to have that with you. So what you do is this is what the website looks like with these categories in the boxes where you can click on. But in order to get in, I like to also use the analogy of think of neamb.com/start as like your cyber mall. Like remember back in the day, in order to get the mall discounts, we had to go to the information kiosk to get the coupon booklet. Well, this is that coupon booklet. Okay. Now, many people they have not gone to the NEA member benefits website because they forgot their membership number. Well, your membership number is actually in your magazine of NEA Today, that subscription you get in the little white box is your name and address. There's a bunch of numbers there. That's your membership number. The good news is that doesn't matter anymore. With your NEA communications, it's whatever your personal email address that you've given to your affiliate, the NCRSP, has given to NEA, that's given, and so that's your username. So whatever personal email address you have. So you create an account there, and it's to verify that the reason why we want to streamline it. Well, we want to streamline everything for communications. That's why you want like whatever email you've used for NC NCRSP, that should be in the NEA databanks as who you are and verify your membership. Okay. And that can be important because, say, for example, I'm a member, but I'm staff member. So there's some things I'm not eligible for. Um, like the student loan navigator for no cost. But okay, which is up. That's my next thing. Now I know we are retired, most of us on this call, if not everyone, but maybe you do have student loans. Well, there is a federal student loan program that we have a navigator. It's kind of like TurboTax for your student loans. This is beneficial. Yeah, by the way, there are some, if you're a parent, if you were a co-signer of a loan for a child or a grandchild, Parent Plus loans may be eligible for some discounts or programs. And did I put my email address in the if I didn't put my email address and communicate in the comments, I'll put it again. So if anyone has any questions with anything, they can get back to like offline. Now, if you have trouble signing in to neamb.com/start, like you put in an email address that you think is correct, but it turns out that's not the one NEA has on file, or you're thinking you've never been to the website, and so you create a password and it states that you do have an account already signed up for neamb.com/start, just contact this phone number of that's our advocacy center, and they can walk you through it. I'll just leave that there. And I would actually recommend, again, this is being recorded, but you can write it down or take a photo with your camera with it. I've gotten in the habit of taking pictures of slides when I'm at presentations. So let me just leave that there for a second. And again, it's 1-800-637-4636. Okay. Now, the reason why I want you to go to neamb.com/start is because it can be overwhelming. If you go just neamb.com, it has its own kind of structure, which to me is not, it's a little more confusing. If you go to /start, it is categorized, color coordinated, and different topics together. We have a money section, the auto and home insurance, which is really important. I'll talk about retirement. A lot of that is actually for planning for retirement, like 403(b)s and 401(k)s, discount shopping, life insurance, and travel. Oh, okay. I will put let me go back for a second. Let me just see here. Let me just get, because I always call somebody directly, so I will put it in chat right now. 636. Somebody asked for the phone number, so I'll put it in right now. It's 1-800-637-4636. Okay. That away. And then let me go to the next slide. Okay. So there's a lot of different, now there's some big topic programs like auto insurance, life insurance, Medicare supplement, credit cards, but there's also everyday fun stuff. And one program I use more than anything that I'll go into in a moment. But let's go into money. If you've been a member of the association, you've known that we've had a special relationship with the credit card company, Bank of America. These are the extra benefits that you get as a member. You sign up, you get $250 gift card if you make with $500 worth of purchases within the first 3 months, and you earn cash back, which is a pretty nice benefit. Now, if, for example, you don't have, maybe you want to reestablish credit, and believe it or not, when we retire, and the culture of a lot of our retired members, more elderly members, were to pay everything off and thinking that that was the most beneficial thing. And it can be, and it is, except for if you do not have a credit history, then the credit agencies consider it poor credit many times. So maybe you need to reestablish credit, or maybe since you retired, something happened. and you need to reestablish credit, there's a rate smart card. It it helps you. It has a wider berth of accessibility than the standard credit card uh, for members, as far as acceptance, and it really helps you with reestablishing or starting credit. Okay. Personal loan. This is a nice thing for a lot of our members. I work with the Federal Education Association. That's our military bases around the world. A big issue for them is once they retire, they get their pay for travel, like for when they retire or when they're moved from one base to another, they do get paid reimbursement, but that could take a long time. So sometimes they get a loan for that. So that's a nice with no annual fee or application fees. So that's a big thing for members that I talk to. Other members, they need to like make additions to their homes, um, things of that nature. Now, student debt relief, I mentioned. The auto and home insurance. This has always been since I've been working with member benefits, and that's since 2007. And since the beginning, I was working with North Carolina. Auto and home insurance has been a tricky situation for us in the state of North Carolina. And we used to have a company called California Casualty, a fine company. It's a family-owned company that originally started in California, hence the name, and has a really strong relationship with our affiliate, California Teachers Association. So in 2000, they decided to branch out to be the partner for all of NEA. The problem with this, again, good company, great track record with California, Colorado, and a few other their states that are working beforehand. The problem is they really did not understand that there was a major difference of insurance needs and insurance laws east of the Mississippi from what they were used to. For example, I was born and raised in Philadelphia. When they first came on board in Pennsylvania in 2002, I asked them, do they do renters or homeowners insurance for old homes? And they were like, oh yeah, we go so far back, we go all the way to the 70s. I was like, the 1870s? They laughed at me. But I was living in a townhouse that was built in the 1860s. It wasn't a fancy place. It's just happened. Row homes in the Northeast are very old because they're very well built. They also didn't realize, and they were never very good in North Carolina because of all the regulations of North Carolina they were unfamiliar with. So long story short, we have partnered with another company. They're called Travelers. What's great about Travelers is they're a broader company, a bigger company. They're aware of all the intricacies of all the states. Like North Carolina has different rules and regulations than Virginia. And Travelers is able to understand that for auto and home insurance. Now, because you're a member, as a retired member, you get a member-only discount on auto and home insurance. You get 24-hour, 7-day-a-week claim reporting and special packages that we're still working on with Travelers. We get same thing with renters. You don't have to just have home insurance or auto insurance. We also have it with renters insurance and condo insurance. Now, retirement. This is mainly geared towards people planning on retiring, but we do have licensed and certified financial planners in North Carolina that can help you. Like maybe you're a recent retiree or you have your 401k or 403b and you have to put it into something. I can send you my email address. You can see if we have the endorsed agent that can help you out. By the way, the company's called Security Benefit. They're titans in the industry of retirement planning, and in fact, they're so big they own the Dodgers. So, but on the website, it is geared towards more a planning retirement. But we do have people that can help when we're retiring. Now to the fun stuff. Shopping and discounts. Who doesn't like that? Okay. Let me stop sharing for a second because I want to see people's faces. Is everyone familiar with or anybody ever hear of a company called Rakuten?
Yeah.
Okay. For those who don't know, Rakuten is a company that offers, instead of discounts, it actually offers cash back to people. Okay. So if you make a purchase, instead of getting a discount, you will receive a check back. Now, you won't receive, like, there are 3,500 retailers and restaurants and grocery stores and things of that nature. So you would not get 3,500 different checks. They send them out quarterly. Okay. So if, for example, you get some Petco supplies and giant grocery store and Nike, instead of three individual checks, if they're all in the same quarter, you'll get them all together. And looks like now we're offering a $10 welcome bonus when you spend $25 at any store, the discount marketplace. Now, it's the company's called Rakuten, but we have it in the marketplace, and it's called Getting Cash Back is Easy. So you just click on. Now, many of our members are already members of Rakuten. So you would want to get the extra cash back besides the public Rakuten cash back. You want to get more cash back because you deserve it as a member. So you would link your previous Rakuten account with your NEAMB.com account. And what you do, if you notice here, let's see if I can get the screen a little bit bigger. As an NEA member, you get more cash back on many of the retailers than the general public Rakuten member. And there are all these different categories. Like, you could go from, maybe you need to get your new tires or, spark plugs. There's a category for that. Maybe food, drinks, restaurants. I know in some places like Giant, I live in the Washington, D.C. area, grocery store in Acme. It's a grocery store in the Philadelphia area. They participate and you can get cash back on that. So you can click on the different categories, and it's a wide range of topics. Food and drink, it could be restaurants, and then it could be coffee shops, office supplies, pet grooming, pet supplies. You can just go for a wide variety of programs. This is my favorite because this is what I use the most. The NEA discount tickets. This is I use most personally. Now, and what I use, I don't go to Disneyland or Universal Studios, but we do get discounts on it. What I use it for is for movie tickets. This is one of the reasons why I have it bookmark on my phone. So like, say, for example, I'm a big Planet of the Apes fan and the new movie's out. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I will get it for a great savings. And now the savings change often, but there are no blackout dates. And it's in the top entertainment right here. Get your tickets. This is, again, you have to register to shop for tickets to make sure, confirm you're a member. And it's all these different categories. Now, I mentioned movie tickets and I mentioned Disney and Disney World, but maybe you're a skier. Not my cup of tea, but if it's yours, discounts at there. Theme parks and attractions. Hershey Park, Old Dominion. Maybe you want to see a concert or a sporting event, or maybe you're going to Philadelphia for the National Convention, or you're going to Las Vegas for vacation, or Florida or New York. Well, you can choose a city and choose Broadway shows or off Broadway or a concert ticket. I checked last spring. Yes, Taylor Swift was discounted. For my niece, no, it was still too expensive for me. It's cheaper to go to Europe right now for those tickets than to see her in America. That's a whole other presentation. But it's a wide variety of benefits, places, and museums, ski resorts, like again, I use it a lot for the movies. Costco membership. I used to joke with them that because our original partnership with them, you sign up as an NE member to Costco, you get a free chicken. I joked, is that a live chicken? Is that a cooked chicken? What's going on? They didn't think that was funny. I thought it was hilarious, and that's why I keep saying it. But now it gets online activation redemption for a $40 digital Costco shopping card or $20 for a Gold Star membership. Now we've partnered with a new well, we partnered with another company recently. We used to have AT&T for cell phone. Unfortunately, it was a little hit or miss, not just with coverage, but also service for our members. So we partnered with a company called Consumer Cellular, and it's a discount plan for every member of your family. That's another thing. A lot of these benefits your immediate family can take advantage of, and you're not a co-signer. You get $50 off of every new line activated and unlimited talk and text plans for $20 a month. This one, the auto purchasing has always been hit or miss. And since the pandemic, like I had a great deal when I got it, my vehicle. I don't know what partnerships for that we were looking at as far as the question is, was Working Assets Credo Mobile considered? I do not know. I just know that we partnered. I mean, a lot of companies put in bids, and Consumer Cellular, just like with all of them, are the best ones. Is not only they may not be the best individual price, but it's price, association, appreciation, and customer service. These are the things that we have to look for. For example, you may get a better opportunity with a local company of some kind than you can for the NEA, but there are other factors going in. For example, we'll never have a partnership with Walmart, okay, because they're not association friendly. But buying the vehicle, since the pandemic, there has been better deals, but it's really, you can buy new and used vehicles. It's at the dealership. Okay. So maybe at the beginning of the month, you want to buy a Volvo and you want to get a Volvo station wagon. It might be a different price today than it is at the end of the month or at the end of the year. What's also great about neamb.com/start is it has a lot of great consumer guides and articles that I'll show you in a moment that can help you with consumer advocacy, advice, definitions of things, and I'll go into that in a moment. The magazine subscription is this you may be familiar with because this has been around with us for a long, long time. And, there's more than 800 magazine titles from, The Economist to Motor Trend, Sports Illustrated, there's a magazine out there. There's probably a discount for it. Now, this is something that is great, and the definitions will show because this is important for our retired members. Yes, there's you could qualify for a group term life insurance program, but as a retired member, and if you forget this, it's on neamb.com/start, along with a lot of definitions. There's a difference between term life insurance and whole life insurance. And just real quickly, term life insurance is there to protect a revenue stream coming into the household, like a paycheck that might be missing if you pass away or a spouse passes away. Term life insurance has a term limit. When you get to certain ages, that the value of the life insurance policy diminishes. So, like after the age of 80, your term life insurance, you might have $1 million policy, but because after the age of 80, it's a term life insurance, the true value of it might be 10,000 or 100,000, depending on the topic. Whole life insurance, that's kind of like that maintains its face value. That's what originally people used to use as a retirement program, and many other topics like borrowing from it and things of that nature. So, but with this, up until the age of 70, there are no medical questions for this. So if under 70, this is a very good program for you. But I just want you to be aware of the differences between term and whole life insurance. Now, this is from the NEA Trust. The NEA Trust was created when the merger of the NEA and the African American Association, there was leftover money, so we created this trust program. So we have a partner who processes it, but it comes from the trust. Now, if you want something like coverage up to $1 million, this is good for large financial obligations. Again, this is something very good program, but as retired, you would want to know the different your personal situation. This term life insurance may be right for you, may not be right for you. This does go up to full coverage at the age of 80, but again, that's totally up to you. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the guaranteed life insurance for 45 and up, member only rates. Again, no medical exams on this. And by the way, it says income tax-free benefit for loved ones. Life insurance programs are tax-free for your beneficiaries. Okay. This is a really neat thing that neamb.com/start has are charts and definitions for you that I mentioned. This is one of them for life insurance. But let me get into travel before I get into those. Let me also stop. Okay, are there any questions in chat? Nope, that's an old one. Okay, travel. Now, travel is a big program for our members, particularly our retired members, and there's big things like cruises to small everyday things for rental cars. Well, what you would want to do is to sign into the NEA travel program, create an account inside of neamb.com/start. What you get is immediately you get 500 travel dollars. And what does that mean? That's kind of like frequent flyer miles. So on top of the discounts you get, you can use for every time you use NEA travel program, you get travel dollars put into your account. It's kind of like frequent flyer or loyalty points in a hotel. What's neat about it is you can get the discount, and on top of that, you can use some money in your travel dollars to reduce the cost even more. Now, you get $500 just for registering. Now, if your travel is $600 for your first trip, you cannot use the whole $500. It'll be prorated. But after that $600 trip, no matter what you use in the like of the travel dollars you use, you'll get that $600 put into your travel dollar account. So even though you can use travel dollars, you'll still get travel dollars back. And it goes from little things from rental cars, airfare, cruises, hotels. What's great about the rental cars, it's a wide variety of programs, companies. Why is that important? Well, maybe you're not going on a vacation or a trip. Maybe your car is in the shop and you need to rent a car. You're nowhere near an airport, but you would want a car to use for the day or for a couple days, however long you may need. Well, Enterprise has discounts, and Enterprise is usually the company that they have places in many airports, but they have places off of airports and railroad train stations and things of that nature. So I want people to think about outside the box when using the discounts. Same with maybe you're having a whole family get together for a holiday or family reunion, Thanksgiving at your house, and you don't have the room, or you don't want everyone at your house. You could get a hotel for their stay at the discount. So it's just if you go to neamb.com/start, it has its own special section like it does here, and you click learn more. I mentioned sign up for your travel dollars, and it'll show you the market rate and your travel dollars and your total rate. Like this is so, like this example is used in Las Vegas. Okay. Um, but it could be Miami, it could be Rome, it could be any hotel chain in the world. Well, except for North Korea, and a few other places like that. But I think getting travel points would be your travel dollars would be your least concern in some places. I mentioned the rental car. Again, you rent a car, you get travel dollars with it on top of the discount. This is where people use the NEA travel a lot. And this is the big ticket items, so the cruise packages. Okay. You've seen advertising for cruises at really low price, but a lot of times that's to get you on the boat. Okay. And you get a price for on the boat, but maybe you want to upgrade to get like to be able to see the water or a balcony or food and drink programs and off-boat excursions. Well, think of NEA travel dollars and the NEA travel program for your cruise as your cruise Christmas tree, holiday tree, where you got the tree, you got on the boat. Now you're going to add things like I want an excursion, I'm going to Aruba, so I want an island excursion. Add that on there. I want a drink, unlimited drinks or unlimited food. Yeah, add that on. Another thing, and this is what's great about the articles and guides on NEA travel, it gives you tips. Oh, before I forget, well, I'll say this too. Now, if you live in Charlotte, it's probably hard to get a cruise right in Charlotte to the Caribbean. You would have to fly someplace. Well, two things. One is if you also get your flight with your cruise, you get, because there's more things, you get bigger discounts. I also recommend if you have to travel somewhere to get on a boat or leave a boat, always try to get there the day before and plan to leave the day after, because they won't wait for you. If you ever go to YouTube, there's all these clips of people missing their boats, and you paid a lot of money for that, and you're responsible to getting onto the ship. So there's suggestions like your boat's going out of, well, it's not going out of Baltimore anymore. It's going out of, Miami, or New York City. So you fly there the day before, get a hotel in the area, and that so you can relax, no stress, and you get to the dock and all refreshed and ready to go. And you also on the way home, you don't have to rush to meet your flight, because ships try to be on time, not always. Mother Nature does a thing or two or five. Yeah, so there's great tips, other tips like that to use. It shows you this is the examples of different different discount travel programs, very favorably comparison. If you're a Costco member, you may be aware you can sometimes get travel through them, but there's Expedia, Priceline, things of that nature. Oh, this was the previous one was for a cruise. This is just for 3 nights at a hotel. Now, health and wellness. During the pandemic, NEA president mandated member benefits for two things. One, to help with federal student loans, but also to help members, because we're in historic times and mental health issues. So we partnered with the #1 online mental health program for our members, where you get a complimentary 12-month subscription. There's different levels of participation. It's basically there to manage stress, depression, just basic mental needs. There should be a level. This is not to compete with your health insurance. Like if you need a psychiatrist, a psychologist, there are discounts on this mental health program, but I encourage you to use your life insurance program or your health insurance program. We don't want you to, have that taken away from you. The NEA Dental and Vision Insurance Program was originally created because a lot of our members, particularly our support professionals, did not have access to dental health insurance. And so we don't want people to use this as opposed to using what they have in their contract. Now, also, many of our retired members do not have dental and vision in their retirement, but many do. If you don't have it, this is a great program. If you do have in retirement dental and vision from your district, use that, and this can be complementary to it. Okay. The Medicare doesn't pay everything, as I'm sure you're aware. This is the supplement program that you get through NEA. It includes things like dental care, vision care, but maybe, for example, you've seen the alphabet soup of all the different benefits and programs. Let me just see here. Let me get to let me show you what I was talking about. Let's see here. Okay, share. If you go to neamb.com/start, if I can get back there. Mondays. Let's see here. Let's see, share program. Okay, here we go. There's a lot, like I mentioned, there's a lot of definitions. Can everyone see key takeaways on my page on your screen?
Mhm.
Okay, well, this is a page telling you the ABCs of Medicare plans. So, even if you don't use the NEA's Medicare supplement plan, this gives you a chart of what everything's for. Part A, hospitalization, what it costs. Part D, Medicare Advantage. Part C, all these different things. It goes into a definition for you because, I recommend if you have a Medicare supplement plan to look at this. Am I in the right category for myself? And that's why there's multiple categories. Each person is different. So this is just another example of consumer guides that I mentioned that I really like on our website. Let's see here. Get back to that. Oop. Let's see here. Okay. Now, well, I didn't. That's right. They changed the website or they changed the PowerPoint to show all these things on here. So, you can click to see the rates. You click on your state and to see what it applies. So let's see here. NEA in-hospital indemnity plan. This is a very useful tool for us. But these topics like in-hospital long-term care programs, they can be costly, particularly if you don't have long-term care insurance now, it could be very costly. And I recommend if you have somebody who's helped you, a financial planner, with your 401k or 403b and your pension, your Social Security, or if you haven't, you need to talk to someone, email me. I can see if we can have someone in the area to see what are the alternatives. But if you want to get long-term care insurance, the NEA does have a program. It's special rates for members, and they have a variety of plans. Again, long-term care for everyone is very, very expensive, mainly because this is one of the newer insurance programs that was created in the 80s. And when they created, my parents bought a long-term care insurance, long-term care product in 1994, and it covered everything because people were not, when they were creating, they weren't really factoring in things like Alzheimer's, health issues. So now if you get a new policy, that you have to buy extra for some things. So these are things you want to talk to a professional about. Okay, the Advocacy Center, I mentioned, this is very helpful to check. For example, you have life insurance, you want to update your beneficiary, or you're having troubles logging into your to neamb.com/start. You can call the number that I put in comments, 1-800-637-4636. Now, hours are Monday through Friday, but we are East Coast time here in North Carolina, so that's helpful for us. and it could really help with a lot of programs. But the number one issue people have is having access to their website, to their account. We have some really cool videos on NEAMB.com on YouTube. And NEA, and I was talking to Linda, try to get some like newsletter material for you. I recommend, we have this thing called ambassadors. In North Carolina was a pilot program, and I'm sure we all know Norma. In fact, I was hoping to see her on here, but she's retired. We were really trying to encourage fellow members to spread the word on member benefits, because there's just one of me, and I live in Washington, D.C., and there's just one of you, but we did all this training, and it realized it was very cumbersome for the ambassador. And so what we decided on the website for people to join an email list, and you receive information and programs that you can use, but also share to your members and your friends and family before they get onto the website. And that's a hint. I always recommend people signing up for this to be an ambassador, because you will receive information before it gets on the website. For example, a week or two ago, there were extra discounts on NEA travel. Ambassadors got the information before it got to the website. So what's great about this, it's a useful tool for ourselves. It's also useful to create word of mouth of being a member, and also being a retired chapter. It's also good to explain to people you're still eligible to use member benefits. And that's all we really want you to do, is just, you can send out emails to people that we receive. You can forward it out and use them for yourself. So I'm going to stop sharing the presentation and go back to, okay, somebody said that they need a new computer. Well, there are at Rakuten cashback at retailers and manufacturers like Dell and Apple and companies like that. I would actually get in a habit, every Wednesday, just checking at the website, sign up for the ambassador email alerts, and just get a habit and put it on your phone. So when you're using it, like I'm going to go to the movies with my brother and my niece, who's 15, to the Planet of the Apes. Because she's 15 and I embarrass her enough. So this is really going to embarrass her, because my brother and I grew up watching Planet of the Apes. But I will do it, saving about 40% off my tickets, and also probably get a package of, snacks as a discount. Maybe you have a family member who lives across country, and you want to visit them, or they're in look for a mortgage. You can direct them to the special mortgage program that on the NEAMB.com/start, and you're not a co-signer. So I could talk forever. So I want to open it up. Are there any questions?
Yes, this is Sharon McNair from Washington, Terrell County. I want to ask, if they don't sign up, they don't know about these benefits. Is that correct, or what?
Most people don't, especially when we retire, we forget that we can use them. But even people I've talked to for, almost 20 years forget. So
if they're automatic members, they still have to go to the website.
correct. Like think of the website as your cyber mall. In order to get the discounts, you have to go into the mall. So in order to get the cashback, you got to go to the website to get them. So and what's great is, because I have it on my phone, I'll be in front of Regal Theater and I'll buy the tickets. And I just show them my tickets, or I'll buy my pet supplies for Petco through Rakuten, and I'll get a check back with the other purchases.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Any other questions? I want to thank you all for being here. I put my email address in there, and I'll be keeping abreast. I will be at the RA for a few days. In fact, I will be at the pre-retirement conference ahead of time. So stop on by, say hello, and let's try to schedule something through the summer and through the fall. Not just on Zoom, but if I have enough things in the state of North Carolina, like the same week, maybe 3 or 4 events, I could probably drive down and do them in person, depending on what the schedules are and our budget. So yeah. But I want to thank you all for coming. I hope this was useful for you. Any final questions or thoughts?
Hi,
Colleen, I have a
Michael. I'm
question.
sorry. Colleen had her hand raised up a little while ago. Colleen?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so the thing about ambassadors, so it's when you were talking neamb.com/ambassadors, what else after that?
Oh no, you can just go to neamb.com/start,
Okay,
scroll down, and there's a big box that says become an ambassador.
okay, thanks.
And you just confirm because you're already signed in.
Yeah.
It just says, would you like to receive emails? Boom, that's
Yeah.
it.
So my thought, everybody, maybe if we get one person in each region at least to be an ambassador, then we could like let the other members know about things.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect.
That's what I was trying to do last year.
Yeah,
And like, we've been trying to do this. All right, can we stop recording?
Yes, I'm recording.
Yeah.